Hello and welcome to the What's Good with Gil and Larry podcast. I am Gilly Rosari. That is my main man, Larry Loper. We are coming to you live on this Wednesday. What is it? September the 4th?
Yes.
The day before the NFL officially kicks off. And I also want to mention that this marks our 1-year anniversary for the What's Good with Gil and Larry podcast. We've been here a year. We made it, and we didn't change the name, not even once.
Not even once.
So I want to thank all the listeners, the people who have subscribed and checked out our show. Remember, hit like, subscribe, tell a friend, leave a comment, suggestions, all that good stuff. Thank you for being part of the show. We truly appreciate it. Yes, we do. On the docket, we're going to talk a little bit about what happened last week with the college games. Maybe talk a little bit about the college games coming up. I got a game to play and a game to watch for sure. And of course, this is our big NFL show. We are going to discuss our division winners. We're going to try and pick out the wild cards. Listen, it's week 1. It's fluid. It's fluid. Like Stephen A. Smith would say, the list is fluid. So don't hold us to it, but this is our initial way too early prediction for what's going to happen at the end of the year before the year even starts. And then we're going to do our NFL picks, and hopefully you guys can make a little bit of scratch by taking our advice. Larry, how are you? How was your weekend? Are you ready? Are you ready for week 1? Yay.
Yes, sir. Ready for week 1. I mean, this weekend was up and down weekend for me. I was supposed to go away to Atlanta and see my mother, but it was a storm that must have been passing through either the Philly area or Georgia area down south, period. So they canceled the flight last minute. You know anything about flying, brother. You know, and other events that happened this weekend that kind of, for every blow, though, it's like boxing, man. What don't knock you out, man, is just going to make you a stronger fighter. You know what I mean? So you got to take these blows that life give you and make adaptations. You know, it's no, like we got to do football, right?
Mm-hmm.
In every game, you go in with a plan. Then the opponent gives you something that you probably didn't plan for. You got to go with the flow. As Dion said, balance. What's balance? We do W's. No, we do balance too, Dion. We do balance too. We do balance too. Come on. Stop it. Same problems I had last year. Yeah, I'm leapfrogging. I'm sorry. I got to talk about that game.
No, that's okay.
I got to go there. I got to go there, Pon. Because as much as we gave you this guy the flowers, man, and I take nothing from his accomplishments as a player, his accomplishments as a coach, and all that stuff, man. But you and I already know how we sit with the media stuff, right? But forget the media stuff. I'm talking about the game. It's about football, okay? Come on, man. You upgraded and brought a new staff in because y'all couldn't stop the run. Okay.
Still can't stop the run.
Still can't stop the run. Okay. Y'all couldn't bring pressure to the quarterback. Still can't bring pressure to the quarterback. The O-line at best was, functional. Wasn't dominant, but it was functional, right? And Shador is still throwing 40, 50 passes a game compared to the run, but you can never get going, right? Mm-hmm. And I don't know. I'm looking across the board. So to his credit, I'm looking across the board to all the college games I watched, really, and nobody really established a strong run game. So that seems to be the trend right now. It's like you'll attempt to run the ball, but once the defense, and then once again, these offenses are so powerful and these offenses are so fast, and you really kind of don't have patience with the run game in college. It's looking like it because nobody that I saw on the weekend that I could recall stood out running back wise. Like I say, it was a dominant running performance. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So to his credit, I'm gonna say that maybe that's just the dynamic of college football right now. With running backs, are really not they're not really as dynamic like the B.J. Robinsons, all them of the prior years. But still in all, I don't know if North Dakota State is not a bad football program. So for me to gauge it, I don't know. It was a gritty win, boom. But what about you? What game stood out to you on the weekend?
Oh, for me, it was clearly Notre Dame at Texas A&M, 12th man, 110 strong at the at the stadium. I mean, they have, I think they have the third biggest amount of capacity to hold at a college game. I think they're just behind Michigan and Penn State. I think those are the top three. Don't hold me to that, but I think that's the top three. I mean, it was upset special written all over that. Both teams are ranked. Notre Dame has a pretty soft schedule, but they had to come out, guns blazing, because this might be their toughest game week one, and they were ready. They were in the moment. I thought the quarterback for Texas A&M was mid at best, as the kids say. I liked Notre Dame's quarterback. I like his running ability. I don't know how that's going to translate at the next level, but at least for the college game, he's big. He can get that surge. He can get 3-4 yards on a run. He's not going to be dynamic and stuff like that. He's not that kind of an athlete, but he's a, see a hole, hit the hole kind of thing. And he ran for a few first downs, bailed out Notre Dame. There wasn't too much scoring in the first half. Second half, they opened it up a little bit. I thought the officiating was awful.
Mm-hmm.
I know the college officials are a little worse than the NFL officials. Both sets are bad. I thought I mentioned this to you the other day. Well, I don't even know why they go underneath to look at instant replay when they're just going to go with the call anyway. Call stands. It's bad when the two guys calling the game and then they get that third former official and the three of them are like, oh yeah, he's clearly going to see that this was an error and he's going to overturn it real fast. And then they take forever and the official comes out and just says call stands or call is confirmed. And then one of the guys will say, that's interesting. What it is awkward because your boy got caught. But at this point, I'm almost expecting there to be a couple of bad calls a game, every game, college and NFL. It is what it is. As long as there's a human element, and as long as you got guys over the age of 50, I need readers. I wear bifocals, and I'm not quite 50, so I'm allowed to make fun of those guys. But those guys 50 and over trying to catch up and follow a play. I mean, the fact that you can see a guy half his body is across the line, and you're still saying that it's not a first down. It is what it is. I'm not going to get frustrated week one, considering that the team I wanted to win, because I am a Notre Dame fan, did win. So I'm going to just be happy. That was the game. I can't really think of anything else that stood out other than, Florida State losing again.
Oh, yeah, they're terrible.
Yeah, they're terrible.
They're terrible. Well, they took a lot of, they had a lot of players in the NFL. So, but still in all, they're terrible. And that's
well, like you were saying, the transfer portal brought them this quarterback that was supposed to be the next great one at Clemson.
Oh, he's done.
He just belly flopped.
Oh man, he hurt his chances, man. He should stay at Oregon State. Like he should stay at Oregon State because now by him going to think about it, he went to a program that, for all purposes, was was arguments about them being in the bowl game, right? Championship game, right? Which we seen how they get destroyed by. Was it Georgia? Yeah, Georgia destroyed. Destroyed them, right? So we cleared up that speculation if you deserve to be there. We knew the schedule was weak anyway, right? But you go to a team and by all parts, ACC is not a strong conference. It is not. And you lost to Georgia Tech, which is now ranked, by the way, and Boston College with a new head coach, Bill O'Brien. Still in all, you and I both don't think that them two games are even winnable by Boston College or Georgia Tech. So you dropped the ball tremendously. Your quarterback missed wide open throws. The timing is off. And so for him, it just messed up his chances, in my opinion, for him to even be considered a lottery pick, as a quarterback. So it was a smart move to go to Florida State and then you won out the job. So now if you won out the job, I wonder what the backup was looking like. Because if you're going to ride this ship all the way with that guy, I don't know.
I think what's bad is that Florida State after week 2 is irrelevant.
Yeah,
I'm not interested in seeing any game they play at all unless I want to see the other team. But as far as Florida
Yeah.
State, I think they're fraudulent. Like you said, they did have a few players that went to the NFL. I still think that they were the odd man out. They deserved to be the odd man out in the playoffs, and they didn't. They haven't helped their cause at all. It looks like their head coach already doesn't have answers. So I'm not down. I'm not feeling Florida State at all, which makes me sad because I remember in the '90s how big
Yeah.
those teams were in the
Yeah.
state of Florida. Florida State,
Yeah.
Florida, Miami,
which looked good.
they looked good. Or did
Or
Florida
was
just
Florida that bad? I'm a Miami Hurricane fan, so once again I tread thin with that analysis from game because once again I just thought that maybe Florida was just that bad, you know. But once again, we could be that dominant. It could be a good year for us. It's hard to gauge a team week one. You know, I thought that Georgia looked good. I think Clemson is what it is. Clemson and Dabo, he don't want to jump into the portal. He can have his convictions. Once again, you're going to get left behind because guess what's going to happen? You're trying to build it and trying to do this old school recruiting crap. It don't work, man. It just don't.
you have to evolve.
It has to evolve.
Like the example you said, Coach K said he wasn't taking these one and dones right up until he started taking these one and dones. And guess what? They were in the hunt for championships again.
They're right again because if he would have stuck to his guns, how? Nobody's going to wait this 4-year program out. It's not happening no more, man. And then nowadays, especially with the youngsters with the NIL money, and then if you don't get the right tick, if they feel like the situation's not fitting them, because once again, a lot of people go red shirt. It's not, back in the day, you'll get there and you had to kind of work your way into rotation. Man, these kids coming nowadays saying, "Nah, I was a 5-star recruit." And I thought this was going to work out, but maybe the coaching style doesn't work for me. Maybe whatever the case may be, it's not working. I'm going to jump in this portal and go somewhere else where I think I can utilize my skill set. Okay. So you're trying to build a program from freshman all the way to senior. It ain't going to happen, brother. It's just not going to happen. And you see the results. Got mollywopped first week, and I looked at the slate of football games this week. The only college game that's for me, that's a game we're watching because this is like the weak part of the schedule right now. I looked up top 25. They're playing nobody. Irrelevance. Okay. Only game we're watching this week is Texas at Michigan.
How you feeling? Michigan looked pretty good.
They did. But they did, man. I mean, you're home. You got the home field advantage to a degree. Texas is ranked higher.
7.5 point underdog at home. When was the last time Michigan was a 7.5 point underdog at home?
And I think it's because how good Texas was against their opponent, how they destroyed them. Arch
man.
Yeah, Arch man, and he got some garbage time. I mean, they was up what 38-0. So, cool. You got yours who I think what it is with Michigan, why they're such a huge underdog is the quarterback situation. You know what I mean? Because you got the one guy where I don't know. I know it's a college thing. I know you want to rotate the two quarterbacks, and then depending on game situations, you want the one more of a stunner, and the other one's going to be like more of a pure quarterback. Maybe that's the case because there's no continuity at the quarterback position. Maybe because Texas might actually have the better team, but 7.5 underdogs at home, national champion a year ago.
And Michigan still has a good defense.
They got a good defense.
2 or 3 guys that are going to be drafted in the first and second.
Yeah. So, yeah, man, for me, if I'm going as a betting man, I would take the points with that 7.5. I'll take the points.
I think I'm going to go with Texas on that. I
mean, it's a blowout.
I'm not. I think the defense will keep them in it. I think Michigan might have the best defensive tackle in all of college football in Graham, but
they're going to back in their week.
I just don't think they're going to be able to score enough points. And I think once this breaks that seal, they're going to go up by 3, 6, 9, 16, and stuff like that. And that just breaks your back in the second.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to win by double digits.
Okay.
I think they're going to win by at least 10. It's not going to look like that in the first half. It's going to look like that in the third quarter.
Yeah, when you start putting their will upon the game and you start to break down
They're
systematically.
the better team right now.
Yeah.
They're what are they, top 4?
Top 4.
Yeah, so they're the better team.
Yeah.
Michigan won their championship. They lost their quarterback. They lost a few guys to the pros.
Also
coach.
Yeah.
So, Michigan's allowed to have a reset year.
Yeah.
Sure. Just win enough to be relevant, I guess. They'll probably still beat Penn State anyway. That's how that goes. But they won't beat Ohio State this year.
Nah. Ohio State got a nice quarterback.
So the game that interests me, which why would this interest when the point spread is either, so I got 2 different ones. I got 22.5 and 23.5.
Okay.
Rutgers at home to Akron. Now, earlier today it was 23.5. I just checked, it's 22.5. Why'd it go down? What I want to know. But seriously, that's one of those games where is Rutgers going to win by 30, or are they going to win by 10? It's kind of, I mean, they're going to win, but I feel like the line should be talking to me to take the over, take Rutgers, but I don't like that it dropped down a point.
Got you, because that's significant.
I don't like that. I don't like that it dropped down already in a day. So I was all ready to say take Rutgers with the points. Take Rutgers. They're going to win by 24 or more. Akron is, I don't even know why they're playing these teams.
Right.
For Rutgers to be a 24-point favorite against anybody,
yeah,
it tells you all you need to know. Now, it went down a point. Did an offensive lineman stub his toe during practice or something like that? You got to pay attention to that. Notre Dame, they were worried about that left tackle holding up, against one of those pass rushers. Texas A&M, they got one of those pass rushers that might go, first round. So I'm looking at the Rutgers. I'm gonna say take Rutgers.
Okay.
I'm gonna say take Rutgers. I think they're gonna win by 24. So they'll cover the 23.5. They'll cover the 22.5, whatever it is right now. So I'm gonna say take. What are they? The Scarlet Knights.
Nice, Scarlet Knights.
Scarlet Knights, Piscataway, New Jersey, where a third of my high school went to college. They either went to Rutgers,
Ryder,
Jersey City, or Bergen Community. That's where they went. It was one of those 3 schools. So I'm kind of a Rutgers fan because I have a lot of classmates and friends that went there from my high school.
Right about Jersey,
So, and it is the state university. So I kind of root for them too. They're my second team. Notre Dame number 1 then now. By the way, when you brought up Miami, did you ever see the 30 for 30 documentary, The Catholics versus the Convicts on ESPN?
Oh, yeah.
They repeated it over the weekend. Man, it's good.
Yeah, it's real good.
It's good. Lou Holtz versus Jimmy Johnson.
Yup.
That was
real. Yeah, because you got the inner city against the clean cuts. Bad boys. Criminals, whatever you want to describe them as, man. They were dominant. They were a dominant team. Both of them on both scales. It's just, different directions the way they went at it. But the end result was you had 2 great football programs.
You had 2 great football programs that put out one of the great games.
I ranked that up there with that USC Texas game when Matt Leinart against Vince Young.
Yeah.
Crazy game.
Yeah.
Crazy game. That's when USC and Texas were dominant teams, dominant teams. But yeah, man. So that was my thing for for college football. It was no surprises. Everybody that kind of won. All the the teams that were slated to win won. So was no team out there that I said, "Oh man, wow, upset."
Right.
None.
Just I guess the thing to look at were the teams that were expected to be good. Were they that good?
Yeah.
You know, we always talk about the NFL players that they really need preseason. Well, college doesn't do preseason, and they come out. You know, they hit the ground running.
Yeah.
Regular season, Georgia looked good, Alabama looked good, Texas looked good. So you know, all the regulars. Big win for USC beating LSU. That was a big win because I think Lincoln Riley's getting a little bit of heat, saying that he's the quarterback whisperer and he's arguably the best.
But then you got, all he bringing is his old Oklahoma guys over. Because Dylan Gabriel played for Oklahoma last year. He was the quarterback at Oklahoma.
That's right. But I mean, his play calling and the play design is top notch, but defense matters too.
It does.
Defense matters. So a little heat on him, but they won. Now you got to think there's a little heat on Brian Kelly because he's been a little underwhelming since he's gone to LSU. I feel like he slightly overachieved with Notre Dame, and he is slightly underachieving at LSU.
Yeah.
You know, he was always like, "Oh, the academics, they're holding me back." Well, you don't have that issue at LSU.
It's football.
And you're pretty good, but you're not one of the powerhouses. So you already lost. So the good thing with the playoff system is you can lose once or twice and still not be eliminated. So that's good to see. All right. So as we say, let's turn the page.
Let's get it, man.
And let's go to the big boys. Week uno.
Oh, man.
Those who don't speak Spanish, that means one. Week uno. So what I want to do here is I want to pick division winners, and then I want you to pick your wild cards.
Gotcha.
They don't have to be. I'm not going to say who's going to finish with the best record or anything like that. Just division winners and wild card. We'll do division winners first.
Okay.
And then we'll try and pick out the wild cards after. We'll do conference complete, then conference complete. All right, let's do AFC East.
All right.
You got the Bills, the Dolphins, the Patriots, and the Jets. 3 out of those 4 teams could make the playoffs. Legit. And the Patriots have a good defense. They'll play spoiler, but they're going to have a top 10 pick, maybe a top 10. So the last 3 or 4 years, it's been the Bills. I don't think it will be the Bills this year, but I do think they'll make the playoffs. I have the Jets winning the division. I think Aaron Rodgers, he's got one last great year in him. Got a chip on his shoulder. You know, the last time people thought he might be a little over the hill and they drafted Jordan Love, he came back with 2 consecutive MVPs. I think he's going to get comeback player of the year. I could see him having a 34 touchdown, 4,300 yard kind of season. Really good, like a top 5 quarterback season.
I agree.
Easy. And he's going to be pure pocket passer.
I agree.
Pure pocket passer. He's not running for no first down. He's not doing no quarterback sneaks. And if no one's open, he's throwing it out of bounds. The mobile guy is done. He's going to be pure pocket passer. The other guys that are going to have better years than him are going to be the ones that rush for, 5 to 10 touchdowns and get, 30 first downs with running and stuff like that. That's not going to be Aaron Rodgers. So I got the Jets. We'll start there. I got the Jets winning that division in the AFC East. Who do you have winning the division?
I'm agreeing with you. I also had the Jets also. And once again, same reasons. Aaron Rodgers is going to protect the ball. So I don't see a lot of turnovers. You got Breece Hall. So they have balance. They'll have balance. Barring injury. If they can stay healthy with their roster, even with the Hassan Reddick holdout, I still think they're good enough to win that division. The second up would have been Miami to me. I would have picked them or Miami. Only thing about Miami is the fact that they hit this. It never fails. Either they get hit by the injury bug, right? Toya,
or the weather.
when it gets cold, certain places they just don't travel well, and then in certain places they just don't play well. Okay, and I don't think the Jets are going to have that problem. I think this show is going to be dominant at home and also on the road. I think they're primed to go to the big dance. So they're one of the teams I got going to the big dance. So yeah, I think the Jets will win the division this year. Yep.
All right, we're in agreement with that one. Okay, AFC West. Broncos, Chiefs, Raiders, Chargers. Listen,
Yeah,
this is easy for me.
Yeah, me too.
This is and all due respect to the Raiders.
Yeah,
they're the fourth best team in that division. The Broncos, they may have their quarterback. I still think they need more.
indeed.
I don't even think they'll be 500. They're going to be like 7-10, 8-9 kind of deal. I think the Chargers will be over 500, but that's as far as that goes. I'm a Jim Harbaugh fan, former Chicago Bear. To me, one team is king. You got the best quarterback.
Yeah.
You probably got the best head coach.
Yeah.
You probably have the best tight end, first or second or third, somewhere in that range. You probably have the best defensive tackle, and you probably have the best defensive coordinator in Spagnuolo. So I think it is. And the Chiefs are on a mission. They want to do something that's never been done before. Now, Packer fans will say, wait. The Packers won a championship before the Super Bowls, and then they won the first two Super Bowls. So that's 3 consecutive championships. But during the Super Bowl era, there has never been 3 in a row. There's been 2 and 1, got there, and then 1 almost got there and stuff like that. But no one's ever won 3 in a row. Listen, everybody knows what team I'm representing, but the team that I'm going to be rooting hard for also is the Chiefs, because I want to see history. I want to see Patrick Mahomes do something that no one's ever done, and I think they got a good shot at it. I'm picking the Chiefs to win this division outright, and I don't even think it's going to be close. I think they're going to be the opposite of how they started last year. They're going to be straight fire.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you. Obviously, it's their division to lose, and the 3 other contenders, as we have mentioned before, the Raiders don't have a quarterback, so that's going to bar them. They have a decent defense on paper, but they don't have a quarterback, and unfortunately, they have one of the better receivers in the game, but he's not. They don't put him up there with the Jeffersons and I guess I ain't gonna say IU because he's not up there, but Tyreek Hills and all them because of the quarterback situation. Devontae Adams at one point was the number 1 receiver in the league because he had a quarterback. Okay, like you said, Bo Nix rookie. I don't even CJ Stroud, which he came in the league and took up by storm, and they still only won 9 games. With the Texans only won like 9 games last year when they won it.
No, 10. It was 10.
Was it 10?
Right? 10.
Was it 10? Okay.
10-7.
Right. 10. Okay, 10-7. You're right. I don't see Bo Nix winning no 10 games this year. Okay. No. I don't. Okay. So once again, that part, and then you got the Chargers, which it's going to take Harbaugh a couple years to get to where he'll have the team he wants, because he still got to go back in the draft and get some pieces. I think they'll be competitive. Once again, like you said, it'll be about 500. But once again, we might be talking about Kansas City run the table, man. We might talk about Kansas City might only lose maybe 3 or 4 games.
Well, I'm thinking like 3 games. They're going to
3 games.
Yeah. I think they're going to be spitting out vinegar. At everybody.
Yeah.
When they won the Super Bowl, how many guys said while they're getting interviewed, they said we're going for 3 next year? How many guys? They just won, and they're already thinking about
focus.
Year.
Focus.
They won it.
I think they came to this offseason focus. They got new pieces to upgrade, to do more weapons, more wrinkles for that offense. It's just, you got the best quarterback in the game. The only way they won't win that division is Mahomes get hurt. That's the only way. And he's a true football player. So,
and even when he gets hurt, he plays.
Indeed. So I got the Chiefs by far.
All right. So we're in agreement again. All right. AFC North. Ravens, Bengals, Browns, Steelers. This is a division that most people consider to be the toughest division in all the NFL. All four teams look good from bottom to top. I think the Steelers this year are going to be the worst team in that division. I think then the Bengals. I think they'll be pretty good, but I don't think they're going to be real good. And I don't like this thing with Jamar Chase. I don't like this.
I mean, he just started practice this week, so he actually went to practice.
He's not in uniform though.
He's not in uniform.
He's showing up to practice, but he's not doing the real practice.
Yeah.
So I don't like that. I think the Browns are really good, but I got to see who the quarterback's going to be. Is Watson going to play all year? Is he going to be the Houston Texans Watson? Because I haven't seen him be good in a few years now. I got the Ravens once, as they say in Canada, once again being the top dog in the AFC North. They made a lot of changes on their offensive line, but they kept their center and they kept their left tackle, which is most important. They're still going to run the ball. They still got Lamar. They still got a very good defense. I think the Ravens, win or lose tomorrow, will still be the team to beat in the AFC North and might be the second best team in the entire league. Never mind AFC or their division. I'm talking the entire NFL. They might be the second best. So I'm going to go with the Ravens to win that division once again.
Unfortunately, man, I don't like to always agree, but it is what it is, brother. They were one. They were, they could have went to the Super Bowl last year. They upgraded at the running back, which this is what they do. They run the ball. This will be another year for that defense to gel. They got a nice defense. I mean, they lost their defensive coordinator, so I'm curious to see how that's going to go. Because he went to became the head coach of the Seattle Seahawks, McDonald. You still got Lamar Jackson, dominant player. You got some pieces on receiver. And once again, it was between them and, like I said, it was between them and Cleveland with me. Only because with Cincinnati, with Jamar, the contract situation, they lost some pieces. So some new pieces, some new wrinkles out there. And then you got another year underneath this offense with Lamar Jackson. So it'll be the second year underneath this offense. So that means there's more comfortability in that offense. I just think they're trying to go, man. They know it. They know, the window from Super Bowl is very, very small. You know what I mean? So I think they're primed to be able to try to, hey, man, got another run for Kansas City, man, for that Super Bowl run. So I got Baltimore win that division.
All right. In agreement, 3 for 3. Let's see if we're 4 for 4.
Oh, now this might be
the last division in the AFC. You got the Texans, the Colts, the Jaguars, and the Titans. Bottom to the top, I got the Titans, fourth worst. I'm very curious with them. This will be the first full season for their quarterback. When he was good, he was good. When he was bad, he was bad. If there's a little bit more consistency there, Titans might be better than most people are considered. I don't think they got quite enough pieces, especially on defense, but they got a couple of good wide receivers. They got a couple of decent running backs. The quarterback, Levis, as long as no one has a jar of mayonnaise around him, he might be okay. They're still the fourth worst. The Jaguars, I think they're good. I don't think they're gonna be super hot the beginning of the year and then fall apart at the end. I think they're gonna be more steady.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna have a winning record, but that's as far as I see it with them. The Colts, I think, are gonna be pretty good. They're going to be a little better than most people think. I also think they're going to have a winning record, but I don't think they are quite at the level of where the Texans are right now. Now, the Texans could have a sophomore slump, but they clearly added to the roster. Clear. If they're not as good, it's because C.J. Stroud isn't having the kind of year that he had last year. He doesn't even need to be better. Just give me what you had last year, and they're going to be better. They added Stephon Diggs to the wide receivers. They added Neil Hunter for defensive end. So they should be as good, if not better. The roster is better. Now, they're not going to surprise anyone like they did last year, but ultimately, roster-wise, they have the best roster. I think that's a pretty good division.
Yeah,
I think
I agree.
the Titans will be the only team under 500, but they're going to be respectable.
I
think
agree.
It's, 6 or 7.
I agree.
Something like that. Maybe they're at, top 10 pick. Maybe they're picking 9th or 10th, something like that. But I think they'll be respectable. But I think it's going to be the Texans division. I could see the Jaguars winning it. I could see the Colts winning it. But I'm gonna go with what I know instead of projecting.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick the Texans as my division winner.
Man, I hate to always be in agreement with you, brother, but you broke it down the way I see it. Exactly how I see it. It's kind of hard because they've been trending the right way. They made the right acquisitions in the offseason. They added to the receiver corps. This be Tank Dell's second year. You bring Stephon Diggs, we had something to prove. You said he had a lot. His last year, Buffalo was a mental year that he was mentally not in the game, which caused him to have a decrease in his yardage and production. They upgraded at the defense, which is D'Amico Ryan's specialty is defense. And I truly believe that, it's not no walk in the park. None of them teams are walking the parks. None of them teams, even Tennessee, because you don't know what you're going to get with Tennessee. I know their secondary is better. You know what I mean? I don't know about the front bringing pressure. So that might be a weakness in the run, them stopping the run. You might be the run against them. I think the Colts with that quarterback, he can stay healthy. That's one thing because the style of play, you can't keep playing that type of football where you keep taking them hits. You feel me? Because he blew his shoulder out last year from taking too many hits. So they gotta, and he has to be patient in that offense, know when to take off, and know, look, the out of bounds works for you. Sliding works for you. You don't have to, and you're a big guy, you don't have to take them hits. Okay. And Trevor Lawrence, like you said, I don't think it's going to be an implosion like it was last year. I think they realized what they had. And now it kind of switched because the Jaguars was in that position last year, what the Texans are in this year, because the Jaguars had the target. They were that team that people are looking for. So I'm not going to sleep on the Jaguars because once again, I don't know. They could have a good year and win that division, honestly. But once again, I'm gonna go with what I see on paper and with the eye candy test. So I'm gonna just go with the Texans.
Okay, so we're 4 for 4. Here's where I think we're going to be different. It's the wild cards.
Yeah.
So you get 3, right?
Yeah.
So let's do process of elimination. Let's do the easiest division. AFC West, Broncos, Chiefs, Raiders, Chargers. I only see one team coming out, and that's the Chiefs.
Just the Chiefs.
That's the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Now, surprisingly, the AFC North, which is again considered the best division in the entire NFL, I believe only one team is coming out of that division. Only one. And it's going to be that's a little bit of a hot take. Bengals, a lot of people think are going to be bounced back. I think they're going to start off slow again. Yeah. And you can't in the AFC, you got to hit the ground running, and you can't have no lapses, no 2 or 3 game losing streaks. You can't do it. So, and the Browns, again, a little question at quarterback. I think they have a good defense. They got weapons on offense. A lot of those weapons don't stay healthy. I don't think I think Nick Chubb's career is over. My opinion. I hate to say that. I think his career is over. I think that's a career-ending knee injury. And the Steelers, I think, finally will be under 500. Russell Wilson will start the year, I believe, by week 4, week 5. Justin Fields will take over, and it won't be enough. They will be under 500. They're going to be like 8-9, 7-10, something like that. I'll say 8-9. So only one team out of that division. Now the AFC South: Texans, Colts, Jaguars, Titans. I'm going to say Texans obviously win the division, and I'm going to say the Jaguars get a wild card. So that's one right there.
Uh-huh.
And then the AFC East, Bills, Dolphins, Patriots, Jets. Jets win the division, but I think you get 2 wild cards out of that division. I think you get the Bills and I think you get the Dolphins, which
All
both of
right.
those teams made the playoffs last year. I
All
think
right.
the Dolphins are going to hit the ground running, but once December comes, they're going to have an issue. They might be leading that division, but December's going to come and they're going to lose 3 times. I got to see their schedule,
Yeah.
but any place that's cold from Thanksgiving on,
Yeah.
they're probably going to lose. So I'm gonna, and the Bills, they replaced a lot of guys. They're not going to be as good defensively. I think offensively with the new guys, it's going to be a different offense. I think they're going to run more. I think the offense is going to be pretty good. At least I hope so, because I got a couple of guys on fantasy from Bills. But so I'm going to say my wild cards in no particular order: Bills, Dolphins, Jaguars. Those are my 3.
For me, I got the Dolphins. I definitely got the Dolphins.
I know you like the Colts.
Yeah, I do like the Colts, but I don't got the Colts going to let me see. I like Steichen as a coach, so let me think about it, because I like Steichen, but I also believe the Jaguars are going to be that team's going to go. So I got the Jaguars, I got the Miami Dolphins, and I got the Bengals.
Oh, that's the only difference we have.
Yup, I got
Everything.
the Bengals.
The Bills, you got the Bengals.
Yeah, I got the Bengals. If Joe Burrow and them boys get, especially towards the second half, and they could get into click, it depends on Jamar play, man. Jamar Chase, plays, then I like the Bengals. If Jamar Chase doesn't play, like you said with the Browns, they got pieces, man. They got the defense. It's the quarterback. It's the quarterback. You know what I mean? And it's crazy because you seen when Joe Flacco came in that they had the offense role, but then Joe Flacco is he's a backup, so an old backup. So he had the terrible interception game. So I'm gonna stick with the Bengals. I'm gonna stick with the Bengals.
That's a good one. All right, so we differ on one.
Yeah. I don't think the Buffalo gonna make it this year.
Okay. All right. Well, maybe we have a little side action, a little sandwich.
Yeah, we got
What do you think?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's go to the NFC. NFC East.
Mm-hmm.
Cowboys, Giants, Eagles, Commanders. Corniest name in the entire NFL.
All right. I think that the Giants is going to be the bottom feeders.
Okay.
For sure. The quarterback is Daniel Jones. Too much pressure on him. He has to deliver. I don't think he's built like that to deliver underneath pressure. I think he's going to have terrible interceptions. The offense is going to go through so many injuries. I promise you, watch. It's going to be a bad year for him. I got the Commanders coming in next because I think that they're building and going in the right direction. I just think defensively they're not going to be as strong. And offensively, they got some pieces, but then once again, you got a rookie quarterback. And I'm not saying he won't do his thing, but you're a rookie. So it's going to be some defensive thing that they're going to throw at you. And then my question is about you taking them hits also. You don't want to do the RG3 stuff. But I got them as the third best team in that division. I got my boys coming in second. I just think we'll make, we'll get to that later, but I like it. I think we'll have a winning season. I still think we'll have a winning season. We still got pieces. We still got the pieces that we need. And I got Philly, man. Philly. I got Philly. Even with only question about Philly is if Kellen Moore, can he bring the best out of Jalen Moore, Jalen Hurts rather? They got so many weapons. They uphauled the defense. They got a defensive coordinator actually could bring some pressure and use his pieces. The only question is the secondary. Is that secondary? Because last year they were terrible. So that's the thing. And they revamped the secondary. So on paper, Philly is the team that is supposed to be dominant. So I'm gonna just go Philly for now. Hate to say it, but I'm gonna say Philly.
I'm in agreement. I got Philadelphia too, and I have that order. I got Eagles, Cowboys just behind them. Commanders will be third. I think the Commanders they're gonna have a losing record, but people are gonna be like, well, next year
Yeah.
Next year, you add a couple pieces because they're going to like the quarterback. They're going to like what Quinn, how he's going to run this team. Because this first couple of years in Atlanta, he really turned it around quick.
Yeah.
Really, he's getting rid of like good players so he can have his players. To trade Dotson within the division. I mean, the Eagles. Look at that offense, man. Hurt, Saquon,
AJ,
Brown,
Smith, Dallas Goedert.
I mean, they're going to be in one of those 11 personnels. They still got Goddard.
They ain't got Goddard.
Who's a good tight end. So,
offensively, there's no reason why you can't do. It's so much you can do with that offense. Like, if he can't get that going, you are terrible. You shouldn't have an offensive coordinator job. Right. You got too many pieces to juggle. The only thing about that is pick your poison. That's Hamlin as an offensive coordinator. How you going to game plan me? I got too many weapons I could throw at you.
What I will say, though, it does look like how the roster is built and who the offensive coordinator is. I do think they're going to be a little pass happy.
Yes.
That's maybe the only thing. I don't think they're going to be as balanced.
Yeah.
I think you're going to see Saquon out,
out running routes. Yeah, I don't think
they're going to carries the ball.
I agree.
Because they're gonna look like a McCaffrey. McCaffrey is one of the best route running backs. They say he's like another wide receiver. Saquon has the same skill set.
He does.
And Saquon, sometimes he's not as durable as you would like. So you save him a little bit. You put him out and then
you still got Gainwell. So you got Gainwell back there throwing out there too. So they got two running backs out there that it's not. Obviously it's going to be predominantly Saquon, but you still got Gainwell, the speed guy, to throw in there, shifty running back. You know what I mean? So they got some pieces. What's the next division you're looking at?
All right, let's look at the NFC West.
Okay.
We got the Cardinals, the Rams, the 49ers, and the Seahawks.
All right, well.
Pretty good division. Clearly, to me, Cardinals are the fourth.
Yeah, Cardinals going to be fourth because they don't have the defense. They don't have the defense. I think Kyler Murray is a game changer. He is definitely that. Connor is okay. He went for 1,000 yards last year, but he's not, I'm going to say, a dominant running back.
But when he's healthy, he gets touchdowns.
Yeah, he definitely do.
He's one of those good goal line inside the 10, inside the 5. He gets touchdowns.
I think that combination.
They got a very good tight end.
They do.
And they got Marvin Harrison Jr.
They do. So
we all think he's going to be good.
I think offensively they'll be better for sure. It's the defense. The defense is not going to be to stop nobody. They didn't do it last year, and I don't think they're going to do it this year. So that's why they're going to come in fourth in that division, because of the defense.
They drafted Darius Robinson, but I think he's injured right now.
Yeah, and
they did not address the run stopping ability with defensive tackles, and that was their bugaboo last year. I think you're right. I think they're going to struggle at least early on defensively.
I'm struggling with the third team because I want to say Seattle. I want to say Seattle. And I'm going to say Seattle. Forget it. I mean, you got Seattle, you got Walker, you got Geno Smith, and you got a young defense with a new coach that's defensive minded. So I think they'll be what they are. I think they'll be slightly under 500. So I got them coming in third. I got the Rams coming in second. I think the Rams will have a winning record this year. I think they'll be very competitive. They'll be interesting. They got a running back. They got wide receivers. Only question is the defense. Obviously, you lost one of the Hall of Fame defensive men in the game changer. So that's huge, because now you have to worry about the double teams. Now you can kind of just play honestly. So that's an adjustment. We'll see how that goes. But I got the 49ers, man, clearly. They got the Brandon Ayuk deal done. Debo. They're going to get Trent Williams signed. They best believe they're going to get that done. You got to. Because without him, your offensive line ain't that good. It's really not. He makes up for a lot of deficiencies in our line.
Well, Trent Williams got the new deal.
Oh, did he get it?
Yeah, he got it.
Oh well, then I'm sorry, y'all. Gil, let me know. I didn't. I knew about the Pat Surtain deal, but I didn't know that he had.
Surtain was today. Trent Williams was yesterday.
All right, cool. So, well, then again, there you go. No fall off. So they still got a defense. They went to the Super Bowl. So I got them winning that division.
This will be our first disagreement division wise. Now, I had said in last week's show, bold statements.
Definitely
So
bold.
I have the Cardinals fourth, clearly. I think the Seahawks are going to be pretty good, but the two teams ahead of them, it's just they have two teams that are better than them that are in their own division. I think the 49ers, again, talent-wise, arguably the most talented team, just like they were last year. But, with these holdouts and not practicing with the team, and you don't hit the ground running, and they're playing the Jets Monday night. You know what I said about Aaron Rodgers? I got the Rams winning the division. Now the Rams made the playoffs last year.
Mm-hmm.
People kind of forgot about that, and they put up a good effort against Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
Came up short, but they played pretty well in the playoffs, and they made the playoffs. I'm going to say the Rams. They got a lot of young talent. You're right about the defense. The defense gets me a little worried, but I think they're going to hit the ground running. I think that youth is really going to work for them the first half of the year for sure. I think the Niners might be a little stale just because it's so hard to rev back up to make that run again, especially when you lost the Super Bowl in overtime. Emotionally, that takes quite a bit out of you. And, they're also going to be thinking about Purdy. Got to pay Purdy next year. Who are they going to lose? Debo next year? So I think there's other things that will be a distraction for the 49ers than just football on the field stuff. I think the Rams, I think this is going to be the last great year for Stafford. I think he's going to put up big numbers this year, one of his best. So I'm going to go with the Rams winning the division.
That's a bold one.
Yeah, that's a bold one. And I'm probably wrong. I don't know anybody that's going to agree with me until they actually do it. And they'll be like, I said I agreed with them. Well, make a comment. Tune in to the What's Good with Gil and Larry podcast and make a comment and say, I agree or disagree. There's the proof right there. You put it on there. I'm not going to hold it against you if you're wrong. And if you're right, then, you get all the glory.
Yeah.
Or you could get it with me. We'll share it. I'll share it with you. It's a gift. All right. NFC North, my division. Bears, Lions, Packers, Vikings.
Ooh, very hard division to call, brother. But I'm going to tell you who I got. I got Minnesota coming in last. All right. Sam Darnold is a functional quarterback. He's a game manager. He has pieces. He definitely do. They definitely do. He definitely got one of the better receivers in the game. They got tight end. They got some pieces on offense. They really do. Aaron Jones came up there. They got Aaron Jones, old Green Bay Packer. They got a defense that's a little better, So I ain't sleeping on. I think they if they don't beat 500, they might just be slightly under 500, in my opinion.
You can't be 500 unless there's a tie.
Yeah.
One.
Oh yeah, you're right because it's 17 now.
Mm-hmm.
So I got them probably 8-9. You feel me? Maybe 7. Let's say 7-10. Let's say 7-10.
Okay.
More realistic. With all the hype, man. I got all the hype. I got your boys coming in third, man. Okay. I got your boys coming in third, man. I'm not taking nothing from Caleb. Once again, he's a rookie. And y'all are prime. Y'all have the weapons to do it, but it's the damn coach to me, man. It's the coach, man. You feel me? We're gonna see if he's really a good coach or not, man. Because Justin Fields,
he's got a different look now. He's got the hair going.
Yeah, he got all that. Yeah, he got all the hype. He got all that.
He went from Matt Eberflus to Coach Flus.
You're right about that. But when you got Hard Knocks Life, you're coming in. Something like the Madden curse to me, brother. It's like the Madden curse. Every time you got a Hard Knocks Life coming through, I don't know about that.
none of that.
I don't know about that. I don't want to put no. I know you're Chicago Bears fan, so I don't want to bring no shade to your team, man. I'm just saying I think in that division they'll be probably the third better team.
Okay.
I got Jordan Love and boys coming in second. I mean, they could be number one actually, but I'm gonna go with the Lions. I'm gonna go with the Lions. I got the Lions as number one. I think they're primed to try to make a Super Bowl run. I really do. Yeah. And they know that they have the pressure of living up to the expectations. And I don't think that's the typical Lion teams in the past. I think they really have built a culture out there. So in that division, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be a hard division. So I got the Lions just coming out on top of that division.
Okay, so we're gonna see this one a little different too. I'm in agreement. Vikings fourth. They're in a transition year. I think they're going to be pretty decent. I think they're going to be just under 500, like you said. They're either going to be 7-10 or 8-9. I'm kind of leaning more towards 8-9. And I'm in agreement with you with the Bears. Despite all the hype, I think they're the third best team. I think the Lions and the Packers are a full year ahead of them. I do think, not only do I think Caleb Williams is going to be the real deal.
Oh, yeah.
Predicted him to break already one of the top records as a rookie. I think he's going to throw for over 4,000 yards.
I agree. I totally agree.
Ultimately, he's going to have all the records.
I agree.
All the records.
And
ultimately, I think he's going to be the best quarterback in that division that's got a few good quarterbacks. Because whether Sam Darnold stays or goes,
McCarthy.
the future is J.J. McCarthy,
Yeah.
and he looked pretty good in preseason. Yeah. Jordan Love in a short sample size has looked good. And, it looked like, what's his name? Got the fountain of youth.
Yeah, Jared Goff.
What's his name?
Golf.
Yeah, Jared Goff. He's back to playing great again.
Yeah.
And he's got a lot of weapons. He's got the environment, the head coach, all that. But here's where we differ. I got the Lions coming in second in the division. I think they're going to be good. I do think they're going to be good. But this will be the first year officially in that division that they're going to be the hunted in forever.
Yeah.
Since 1992. Okay. They went into last year hot, feeling good, but we still had to see it. Well, now we saw it. And from top to bottom, they're good, especially on offense. I got the Packers winning the division. I think the Packers defense is going to be better than what most people think. I think Jordan Love is going to be more consistent the first half of the year. He was great the second half, up and down first half. I think he's going to be good the first half and good the second half. He will be consistently the best quarterback in the division this year. I think he will have a Pro Bowl kind of season. They will be mentioning him for MVP. He ain't going to get it, but they're going to mention him. Like they're mentioning Caitlin Clark for MVP of the WNBA. She ain't going to get it. It's going to be Angel Wilson.
Yeah, Angel
We
Wilson.
all know that.
Yeah.
But you got, if you're going to create two or three guys, then I think Jordan Love is going to be one of those guys. I think he's going to have a 35 and 4,500 kind of season. I could really see that.
Because that's a bad analysis, brother.
He's got a good running back.
You got a young receiving core.
He's got 3 or 4 good wide receivers. He's got 2 good tight ends. So I think as long as they stay healthy, and I think the defense is going to be better than people think. I think, and I don't want to say it. I don't want to and do well.
I know you're a Bears fan.
I can't.
Be realistic.
I got to call it like I see it.
Yes, sir.
Respect our opinion. We call it like we see it.
Right.
You do not favor the Cowboys.
Yeah,
you keep it real with the Cowboys.
I keep it real. I'm a Cowboys fan. I picked the Eagles, and you know how that hurts me.
Right.
And you are a Norseman, so for you to say I'm picking Green Bay, which is your hated rival.
I hate it.
If anybody, Green Bay is more hated than the Lions ever would be. The Lions bottom feeders.
Yeah.
Y'all always had a thing against Green Bay. That is your number one rival.
Number one.
For you to say that I think the Green Bay Packers is going to win the division, hey, man, This is what you get over here, Gil and Larry,
Yeah.
man. You gotta tune in, man. We're not here giving y'all no fluff over here, man.
Yeah,
We're not looking at it from a
perfect.
fan's perspective, man. We're
That's
really
perfect.
trying to be objective with our opinions, man. Straight up and realistic.
If you're looking for fluff, then this isn't the podcast
Ain't
for you.
that.
But if
It's
you want
not
real
that.
talk, then
You know
What's
what it
Good
is.
with Gil and Larry podcast is what should be on your calendar every Wednesday, 9 p.m. every single week, fall, winter, spring. All right, let's go to the last division, NFC South.
Okay.
I think we're going to see this exactly the same.
I believe
Falcons, Panthers, Saints, Buccaneers.
Okay. I got the Panthers at the bottom. I think they'll be better than they were last year, but they're still not going to be good because they have some veteran pieces, but I don't think they have a strong running back. The defense is definitely not going to be good. You know, J.C. Warren does not stay healthy, has not been healthy. That's probably their best player on defense. Unfortunately, he's not reliable. So I don't see them defensively. I think they'll be scrappy. I think they'll be a scrappy team at times. But I think Bryce Young have a better year than he had last year. I don't think he have a worse year than he had his rookie year. So I think that in saying that they'll have a better year. It's just it's ownership, man. It's the question is, will ownership allow their coach to develop a system, or will he be impatient when they have a losing streak and say, "Oh man, I'm going to fire you"? Okay, I got the Saints next because the Saints, it's the coach. As long as Dennis Allen's that coach, it's what you're going to get. Okay, now he has the team fully underneath his image, I guess. Derek Carr is what Derek Carr is, man. You know, you're not, he's a salvageable quarterback. I think Alvin Kamara is on his downside. I think the defense at best is okay. They used to have a home field advantage. That don't exist anymore. They're not that dominant at home anymore. And I think you're going to get what you're going to get inconsistency with them. You're going to get some good parts, you're going to get some bad parts in the same game. That's what you're going to get from the Saints. Okay. So yeah, third. I think Tampa Bay, with Baker and them boys, I think they'll have probably the same year they had last year. Probably around the same mark of wins. Maybe win, maybe one more. Could be less, But clearly I think Atlanta is that team to beat. I think Atlanta is prime to win that division. Okay. I think that for Kirk Cousins, knowing that you got Penix on that bench coming for you, that's the future. You got too many weapons. You got way too many weapons. So for me, it comes down to coaching. It comes down to coaching, purely coaching, because no excuse why you dudes cannot win that division with that team. You upgraded your defensively. You got offensive weapons. You got one of the better running backs, dual running backs in the game. So if you use Bijan the way you need to use him, then he's totally a weapon. If we get Kyle Pitts back to the Kyle Pitts of his rookie season, you got a weapon. You got Drake London. You got too many pieces. So for me, it's clearly Atlanta. Clearly Atlanta.
I'm in agreement from top to bottom, bottom to top. I think Panthers will come in last. I think they will be better than next year because of the quarterback. They brought in a couple of veteran offensive linemen. I think they'll protect him a little more. I think Bryce Young will be better. They're only going to win 5 games. They're going to get a top 5 pick. Then the Saints. The Saints are just going to be blah. They're just going to be blah. They're going to be like 7. They're going to be like 7 and 10.
Yeah.
That's what they're going to be. Pretty good defense. Offense will look pretty good one game and then trash the next.
Yeah.
Kamara, I think he's past the back 9 of his career, and he doesn't stay healthy. So, and you're right about the coach. The Buccaneers, they'll be about what they were last year, maybe a game better, a game worse, something like that. They're either going to be 8-9 or 9-8, something like that. Falcons, clear-cut division winners. They don't even need to be great. They just pretty good, and they're going to win that division by 2 or 3 games.
Yeah.
Easy. They're going to get like 11 wins.
Yeah, about 11.
So I think the next best team will be Tampa Bay, and they're at most going to win 9. So
Yeah,
I got the Falcons winning for all the same reasons. Now they got a quarterback that
yeah.
can get the ball to those guys. Finally Kyle Pitts is going to be the tight end. That's going to revolutionize the tight end position. I think London's going to be good. I think Bijan Robinson is going to be one of the best running backs in the league this year
Indeed.
because of the dual threat, and they'll be able to get him the ball. He's going to be top 3 running back this year.
Indeed.
All right. So we got our division winners. Let's go to wild card. Who did wild card first in AFC?
All right.
You or me? It was me. So
Yeah.
you go first. You pick your 3. I got mine.
I got Dallas.
Okay.
I got Dallas as a wild card. I got clearly you said San Fran was gonna win division, but I got the Rams as a wild card.
Okay.
And I'm going to pick who's my third one in that division. I'm gonna pick. It's going to be between the Seattle or let me see. You got Rams. Yeah, it's either Seattle. Oh no, I'm sorry. I apologize. No, I'm bugging. I got the Lions actually winning that division, so I got Green Bay.
I thought you were about to have a brain.
Yeah, I definitely have the brain freeze. I'm bugging. I got Green Bay. I mean, Chicago could possibly make it on the cusp, but I got the Rams. I believe you. I think they're going to have a good team too. So I got them 3: Cowboys, Rams, and Green Bay Packers. Unfortunately, the boys have been out.
We have the exact same teams in the NFC. The exact same teams. We're not completely the same with division winners, but we have the same teams all going in the playoffs. So I do have the Cowboys going as one wild card. I have the 49ers going as a wild card. So you and I flipped Rams 49ers. And I have the Lions being the other wild card. We flipped on that. So we have the exact same teams in the NFC, and we only differ with one team in the AFC. You got the Bengals, and I got the Bills.
Yeah.
So
we're on the cusp.
Yeah. So typical Gil and Larry making picks, 90% or above the same. So when we differ, I'm going to make a big deal into us differing. I'm going to really question you. I'm going to make fun of you. I'm going to do that kind of stuff. Just so we're not, blase.
Now
what he thinks is what he thinks.
But now we're about to get into what the people, all the betting people, all the people in this beautiful land of gambling and betting and money wagering gets to. This is the meat and potatoes of what we do, okay? This is what it is. This is if you want to get this money right, if you want to go away happy on Monday when trying to cash out on these tickets, man, you need to tune into these picks we're about to give you, man. Because I promise you, man, that one of us is going to walk away with a winning record, okay? Because I don't see we're going to be eye to eye in all these picks. I just don't believe that's going to happen, okay? We're talking about point spreads. We're not talking about straight up. We're talking about point spreads over here, okay, y'all? So we're going to give y'all our opinions on these games coming up. And you have the slate of games for us, Gil? Because I'm ready to go, man.
2 things before we do that. Number 1, remember, you're tuned in to the What's Good with Gil and Larry podcast, celebrating their 1-year anniversary. Hit like, subscribe, tell a friend, leave a comment. We appreciate you after a year. That was a great first year. It was a lot of fun. This year is going to be even better. So tune in. And number 2, and you didn't see this one coming, but I'm going to lay it on you. You know how at the beginning of the year, people make New Year's resolutions? You know? Okay. I'm making a new season resolution. Okay. Because I'm starting it right now. Start of the season. I am sick and tired of you being committed and being in better shape than me. Drives me crazy. I don't like it. I don't appreciate it. You make me feel bad about myself.
Oh, no.
There you are, 6'2", 6'3", working out, being committed to Ramadan, being able to wear pink, purple, lavender. I can't. Yeah, I look pretty good in orange, but I can't pull off those colors like you can. Got those big shoulders, tall guy, working that work, putting in that hustle and flow like you do. And I'm sick of it. So I need to step up.
Yes, sir.
Because obviously you're not nice enough to come down to my level. I got to go up to your level.
Yes, sir.
I got to work harder.
Yes, sir.
I got to be better. Be better, Gil.
Yes,
better.
Sir.
You got LL setting the tone, carrying my old rear end. Okay, I'm not that much older than you, but I feel a lot older, and I'm tired of it. And I blame you. Why would I take responsibility on my own life when I can blame somebody else?
You're right about that, man. Look, that's 90% of Americans. Look, 90% of Americans. Why would you do that?
Why would I be accountable for my deficiencies when I can play victim and point a finger at you?
Yes.
So I blame you, Larry. I blame you for having your you-know-what together more than I do. But that ends.
It ends?
That ends.
I'm holding you to it.
The diet, the new nutritional diet starts tomorrow. I've been thinking about this. How long have we been on the air? For a year? I've been thinking about this for 1 year, 3 days. Okay, but not very long. But I've been thinking about it. And I think that I can stay committed for a couple days. I got to be realistic. When I'm hungry, I want to eat.
Right.
But I'm going to listen. I'm going to look at you and I'm going to go back and I'm going to see you keep wearing that lavender shirt. And I'm going to say, oh, this guy looking so good. And I'm going to use that as fuel to eat right, exercise, and actually start wearing mediums so I can, really fill out instead of my mediums where they're still a little loose.
Yeah. You got to go a little smaller so you can fool the people's eye candy. It's eye candy.
Right. I gotta, I got a new pair of Jordans a few weeks ago.
You see,
the retro, the 11s, low top.
See.
I've been getting some more ink over the summer. I'm gonna get some more ink on the fall. Got this one that I love with my son.
Oh man, see, that's what I'm talking about, man.
Yeah, that's what's up.
That's what I'm talking about. Look, you got
a whole bunch. Got the whole arm. But I need to get that pump. I need to get that swole. And you're very inspiring. You piss me off all in the same breath. And I need to get it done. I cannot be the guy that's being dragged along. This is supposed to be a partnership, and I need to do my part. And since you're not doing your part by letting me catch up because you're being selfish by working out and living your best life, now I've got to catch up to you. I've got to be there mentally as well as physically, and I'm gonna put in the work. I'm gonna for at least 2 days. I'm going to really put in the work. And after that, if I'm like, I don't know, then we're going to have another discussion. But because I don't like making promises that I can't keep. I don't like it. That's not good, brother. That's not good. So I'm going to really commit the next 2 days. And after 48 hours, then I'll go day by day. But, I'm going to look at you and I'm going to say, screw that guy, man. Screw him being so awesome. I want a piece of that. Man. I want a piece of that too. So I get pumped. It's the beginning of the season. Everybody thinks they got a shot until half the league loses, and in reality sets in. So I don't know how my cardio is going to last. I don't know how my heart, my ticker is going to go. But right now, my mentality is I am keeping up with Larry. I am not going to be the guy that's going to be dragging this duo down. No, I am not behind you. I'm going to be your equal. Yeah, I'm always going to be shorter than you. There's nothing I can do about that.
You can't do about that.
It is what it is. And I'm never going to look as good in a lavender shirt as you, because of skin tone. Obviously, you got it going on. It is what it is.
I appreciate you, my brother.
But I'm gonna, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna make a real effort, and I'm gonna try and make my people, my family, my homies everybody out there, the subscribers, proud of me.
Hey.
You represent. Every time you step outside, you don't just represent yourself. You represent
Right about
your
that.
family, you represent your
Right
friends.
about
You
that.
represent your neighborhood. You represent your last name.
Right about that.
So I want.
Ain't just us.
There's,
Ain't just
there's,
you.
there's no reason that at my age this year I can't be the better version of me than I was last year. Let's just be
Indeed.
realistic. I'm not looking to shave off a decade in a month, but I could be better this year than I was last year. Turn the clock
That's how
back.
we chip at it. That's
Let's-
how we
let's-
chip at it, Gil.
Let's turn the clock back. So it seemed like a rant, but it wasn't a rant. It was just kind of we call it a new season resolution.
Yes, sir.
Right here
Right
on the
now.
What's Good with Gil and Larry podcast. All right, now let's do what we do.
Let's do what we do.
First game of the year, Thursday, 8:20, NBC. Baltimore Ravens at the defending, reigning champion, Kansas City Chiefs. 3-point spread. Tell you right now, you know how I'm rolling, and I said it before. It's okay if Baltimore loses. They might be the second best team in the entire league. I have the Kansas City Chiefs winning in this rematch, trying to make that jump to winning 3 Super Bowls in a row. It starts off with a win this year. They lost last year to Detroit. They win this year. They cover the 3, Kansas City.
It's hard to go against Kansas City at home, especially with this focus coming this year. They're going against a great opponent. They're going against Baltimore, 3-point game with Derrick Henry running that ball. You still got Chris Jones in the middle. He's going to anchor that defense. The question mark for me, is going to be, because Ravens got a good defense also, though. And Lamar is a game changer, man. He's a game changer. But it's hard against Pat Mahomes at home. So give me Kansas City, man.
All right.
Give me Kansas City. Now
we are in lockstep.
And what's the spread?
3.
What's the over and under?
Give me a second. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. No, it's right at the top. It's 46.5.
46.5.
I think that's doable.
That's definitely doable.
If you do it, you go over.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards over. So I got Kansas City in the over.
I would do the over as well. Okay.
Right, so we can bring in that game. Okay.
Should I write down over? We both picked over. Should I write that down?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Over.
That way our fans know, hey man, if you don't want to go, if you're not secure with just the pick, go with the over and under.
Right. There are different ways.
Different ways to skin the cat. Yep.
Okay, here we go. Friday, the first Friday game, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil.
Neutral site.
We got green teams, but one team is green and yellow, which is the colors of Brazil.
Yeah.
Green Bay Packers. I can't even say at. Green Bay Packers and Philadelphia Eagles. This is considered a home game for the Eagles.
Okay.
It is a 2.5-point spread. I have Green Bay winning this game outright. Now, I said Green Bay was going to be really good and they were going to win a division, so they're going to have to win big games like this. Philly is going to be able to take a loss like this week 1. I'll talk about that later. I think they're still going to be really good. But 2 really good teams. I think most people are thinking Philly's going to win, but that point spread 2.5 is talking to me. I'm taking Green Bay outright. The team that I hate the most versus the team that I hate almost the most.
You know
what? I wish a big torpedo could come right in the stadium.
You know what, man? I'm actually going to go with Green Bay also. First I'm looking at all the weapons that Philly's going to put on the board. All the hype is going to be on them. But I'm just looking at that second half of that season with Green Bay and what Jordan Love was able to do in San Fran when he went to San Fran and how he went in there comfortably that first half and they just ran that offense. And There's still question marks on defense. I think Vic Fangio's defense is going to be more aggressive. I got to see what they're, it's too many. It's too many unknowns with Philly right now for me to say, yay. You feel me? I know what I'm getting with Green Bay because once again, it's the same team. Only addition is you have is Josh Jacobs at the running back position, and they got a one called Marshawn Lloyd. Watch out for him. That's the future. So I'm agreeing with you. I think that Jordan Love will find a way to expose that secondary. But the Eagles front is mean, man. And then that offensive line, I'm trying to think the offensive line hurts. Trying to force the ball, Caleb Moore getting too predictable.
I thought we were going to disagree on this one. I thought you were going to pick the Eagles.
Nah, man, hold on. I got to think my thought process out a little bit. Actually, I'm going with the Eagles, man. Cause I'm just thinking about it. Because I think the Eagles can bring pressure. You feel me? And no, stick to your guns. I'm sticking with Green Bay. That's my guns. Because one thing about Jordan Love, he responds well under pressure. If you blitz him, he'll kill you. That's what he did last year. Second half, he'll kill you with the blitz. So until Philly can show me that the secondary can hold up, I'll go Green Bay. I like Green Bay.
The number is 48.5. I got under on that.
It's a high spread, 48.5, 24 to a 20 game, 44. Yeah, I got to the under too. Because I can see it being maybe a 24-20 game, maybe even 27-20 game. You feel me? Yeah. So give me give me Green Bay to the under.
Okay. First two games, complete agreement. Sunday, 1:00, Fox, Pittsburgh at Atlanta. The point spread is 3. I got the ATL. I got a feeling you do too. I think Atlanta covers easy. I'm not liking Pittsburgh at all week 1.
You know what though?
It's in Atlanta.
I know. I'm actually gonna take Pittsburgh.
What?
I am because TJ Watt is once TJ Watt's on that defense, they're a different team. They are. You feel me? It's gonna be a lot of hype coming in at home with Atlanta. New coaching system. They gotta prove to me that they can win. One thing about Mike Tomlin, he could take that thing on the road, even with Russell Wilson and the inconsistency of quarterback. They're gonna run that ball, so they gotta prove to me that they can stop the ball run on defense. They definitely got some pieces. Pickett. I just think it's a setup. I think it's a game. I don't think that the Pittsburgh gonna win. I just think that it's gonna be a tighter game than most people think it's gonna be. So I'm gonna take the points.
Okay. I mean, it's only 3. The number is 41.5. I got the under.
Yeah, me too. I think it's gonna be a defensive game, believe it or not.
All right, we're in agreement with that, except you got Pittsburgh.
I got Pittsburgh.
All right, 1:00, CBS, Arizona at Buffalo.
Interesting game for me. Interesting game. I gotta go with Buffalo. Only because I told you before, the defense, Arizona defense, they're not going to be able to keep up with Josh Allen being offensively. You feel me? I think it's going to be a shootout, honestly, because both defenses is not going to be strong in that first game. But I think Buffalo probably get more stops than Arizona will. But give me the over. I don't even know what the over under is, but I think I like the over.
It's 48.5.
I see a shootout. You got, and yeah, give me a shootout. Yeah.
If it's a shootout, hold on a minute. If it's a shootout, then you got to take Arizona. It's a 6.5 point spread. If it's a shootout, then that means Buffalo has to win by a touchdown.
I could see them winning by 10.
So you're thinking like a 50-40 game or a 45-35?
Because I could see Arizona touchdown. Yeah, cause I could see it being a shootout. Yeah, I could see them going touchdown for touchdown.
This is almost 50 points.
Yeah,
so the team's got to get in the 30s.
Yeah, and I could see Buffalo putting up some numbers. 6.5, 35. Arizona. Run game, Connors. Yeah. Yeah, give me. I like Buffalo for the win, but give me Arizona for the point spread.
All right, so we
'Cause I
differ.
think it's going to be a high scoring game.
I got Buffalo winning, but I'm going to say under, and you say
Over.
All right. All right. 1 o'clock still. Fox, Tennessee at Chicago. The Bears 3.5-point favorite.
3.5.
I want to hear what you got to say first.
With all them weapons y'all got, y'all 3.5-point favorites.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny. Give me Tennessee. It's a spread. Because with all that hype coming in, and y'all only a 3.5-point favorite,
Mm-hmm.
with all the weapons y'all got,
Mm-hmm.
and the line is not looking. I expected y'all be at least a 4.5 with anything. But I looked at maybe a 6.5-point favorite with all the hype. So 3.5? Nah, that don't sound right. Give me Tennessee. Give me Tennessee. Give me to the
Tennessee outright or Tennessee points?
points. They could win, man. They could win and go in there and surprise y'all, man, week 1.
Well,
But give me
anybody
points.
could win.
Yeah, give me the points.
Believe it or not, I'm in agreement with you. That 3.5, I don't like that number.
Yeah, y'all going by a field goal.
That's telling me Chicago field goal or less. I think both teams are going to be able to score. I think Tennessee put a scare in Chicago. So the point total is 44.5.
I think it'll go over.
I think it's going to go over as well. So we both agree on that, and we both picking Tennessee for the points, but Chicago still gets the win. Yeah. All right. 1 o'clock CBS. New England Patriots at the Cincinnati Bengals. I'll start this one.
Please.
The point spread is 8.5, and Cincinnati usually does not come out on fire. And this whole Lamar Chase thing, I don't like it. And they lost Mixon. He's with Houston now.
He did.
So I'm gonna go New England with the points. I still think Cincinnati is gonna win, but I'm gonna go New England with the points. I think this is gonna be a close game.
I said the same
New England probably wins by like a field goal. And hold on there, Sugar Plum. The points is 40.5.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say under. So who do you think will win?
I got Cincinnati for the dub, but I agree. I don't think they're going to come out smoking. I think that New England is going to be a more scrappy team. They're going to be scrappy, and defensively, I think they're going to be able to. I think defensively, and then they're going to run the ball. So that's one thing they're going to do. They're going to establish that run, and they're going to make and one thing about Jacoby Brissett, man, he'll make plays, So, and he can run too. So if the play breaks down, he can definitely get you some yards. And Joe Burrow we got to see how he comes off that injury. He has no continuity with his number 1 receiver, Jamar Chase. Mm-hmm. So maybe just an LSU thing where they've been playing with each other so long, they really don't need that much time for time with each other. Who knows?
We'll see. And you also have to keep in mind there's no Tyler Boyd anymore.
There's no Tyler Boyd. So, and then the defense is okay. It's okay. So, give me New England. And it's going to be a grind-out game, in my opinion. 40, that's kind of low. So, give me over. Yeah, give me the over.
We differ there. I said under. For Cincinnati to be in this, and that's Cincinnati. For New England to be in this game, they got to keep it low scoring. So, and I said they were going to be in this game. So I got under, you got over. So we agree on the points for New England, but I say in total, take the under, you say take the over. It's 40.5. Okay. 1 o'clock CBS. Houston at Indy. Indy is a 3-point home dog.
Oh, it's at Indy, huh?
At Indy.
Shootout. I like the over. And it's going to be a heck of a game. It's going to be a heck of a game. But
oh man.
But give me Texans.
So we differ here. I got the Colts. And I think the Colts might actually win outright. I don't want to go that far and say they will, but Indy +3. The total is 48.5. I think for the Colts to win, it's got to be under. It's got to be under that. So I'm going to go under. Are you saying over?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're over. So we split on both. You said Houston, I say Indy, I say under, you say over. So that is our first true disagreement. All right, 1:00 still. CBS. Oh, this is a good one. Jacksonville at Miami. Miami is a 3.5 point favorite.
Man, you got some weapons down there, man. Miami. Their offense, it's hard to go against Miami. Give me Miami.
I also have Miami.
Yeah, it's hard to go.
And the total for that is 49.5.
That's a high spread. But we already know how to Miami, they light it up. Question is, will Jacksonville be able to light up with them? Feel me? Give me the under.
I also say under. So we are in total agreement there. 1:00 Fox. Oh boy. We go from a game I'm interested in to a game I have no interest at all. Carolina at New Orleans.
Oh my God, that one.
New Orleans is a 4-point home favorite.
Just because they're home, and just because defensively, I don't think that the Carolinas will be as good. But that'll be one of them games that'll shock them. But I'm going with the Saints at home.
So do I.
Not a strong pick, but give me the Saints.
And the total is 41.5.
Oh man, it's trash game, bro. 28. I can see it being a 28-20 game. So give me over. I think Carolina might put up some points.
I'm going to say under. I think it's going to be a sloppy game. So I say under.
Let me think. What else? My fault, brother. I don't want to switch my pick, but I did because I'm trying to think. Could I see them scoring on them? Nah. Yeah, give me the under. Yeah, I agree.
We're both under, and we both pick New Orleans.
Yeah, it's gonna be up again.
Cover to 4. The last 1:00 game on Fox. Minnesota at the New York Giants. The Giants are a home 1.5 point underdog.
1.5 point underdog with Sam Darnold as a quarterback and all the weapons he got out there. And we talking about the Giants. That don't look right at all. That's a setup game to me, man.
Mm-hmm.
That is a setup game. If you ever ask me, it's a setup game because they're going to tell you take the Giants with the points. That's what it's saying. They're saying the Giants are better than Minnesota. That's what it's saying. I can't see that, though. Give me Minnesota, man. I'm not falling for the banana tailpipe. Give me Minnesota, man.
All right, we disagree there. I think if Minnesota was like a real favorite, it wouldn't be no 1.5 points. So I'm going to say the Giants get the job done, and they win outright.
Wow.
I still think Minnesota's going to be pretty good. I think Minnesota's going to be better this year than the Giants, but in this week 1 at home, I know how crazy the Meadowlands can be. I've been there more than once, more than twice. So we differ there. And the points is 41.5. I got the over.
I got over.
We both got the over. All right. I want to make sure. All right, you got that one. I didn't mark that right. You picked Cincy on that one. We are lockstep in that one. All right, I'm all caught up. 4:00 games now. 4:05 CBS. Las Vegas Raiders at the Los Angeles Chargers. Chargers are a 3-point home favorite.
Oh, man. Men shooting them boys. Run the ball. Ah, man. John Harbaugh starting off. Give me Harbaugh. I'll take Chargers.
I agree. I also have the Chargers. They cover. The number is it's a little low. 40.5. I got the
slightly over.
Over. Just has to be over by a point. 405, Denver at Seattle.
Mhm.
Seattle is a 6-point home favorite.
6.
6-point home favorite at home against Denver with a rookie quarterback.
What a rookie quarterback. He looked good in preseason.
They sure did.
Defense. You going to Seattle, though? That's a hard place to play. You know, they try to get that running back going. And he's trying to quarter. And Sean Payton got his guy. I shoot the dice with Denver. I take the points.
I took Denver with the points. I think Seattle wins the
points. Yeah.
But Denver.
Yeah, the points.
It keeps it close. And it is 41.5.
That part. If it's going to be that way, I don't see a whole bunch of points going up. 41. What kind of game am I looking at, though? I guess I tend to the under.
I took the over, so that's where we disagree. All right. 425, Dallas at Cleveland. Cleveland is a home favorite, 2.5, though.
I like Cowboys.
Oh, look at this.
I like my boys.
Look at this.
I like my boys.
Cleveland.
I like my boys.
Dog pound.
Yeah. Yeah, I like Michael Parsons calls havoc in that place. Yeah, I like our offense.
They got a good offensive line.
They do. But I like our defense. I like our offense, too. The CeeDee Lamb and that boy is a hell of a combo. It's going to be a hell of a fight.
CeeDee Lamb, no training camp, no preseason.
Yeah, it's gonna be a hell of a fight going in there, man. We supposed to lose, but 2.5 point with no training camp, and then we only 2.5 point underdog. Okay.
All right, we differ there. I got Cleveland winning outright.
Okay.
And the number is 41.5. Got to go over on that, right?
Yeah, you got to go over.
All right. Trying to win you money, people. Trying to win you money. Both of us think that's an easy over, in my opinion. 425, Fox, the Washington Commanders against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa Bay is favored by 3.5.
That's going to be a good game. It's going to be a good game. Baker and them boys. Give me Baker, though. Give me Tampa Bay.
Oh, okay. We disagree. I picked the Washington Commanders.
It's in Tampa Bay or Washington?
It's in Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Or as they say in New York, Tamper. Put an R at the end of it. 43.5.
Give me under.
I got under 2. All right, so you picked Tampa, I picked Washington. We both agreed on the under, people. The under. That's the Sunday night game, 8:20 NBC. The Los Angeles Rams at the Detroit Lions. Great game. Rematch from the playoffs last year. 3.5 is the spread. I already told you what I thought about these two.
Rams.
You got the Rams. I got the Rams.
Give me Rams.
And this is going to be a high number.
Yep.
Oh, yep, it is. I think it's the highest number of the weekend. 50.5.
50.5. It's supposed to go over, but give me under.
Oh, we split there. I say over. I think both teams will go over 25 points. So over, you said under. And the last game of the week, Monday night, the New York Jets at the San Francisco 49ers. The 49ers are a 4-point home favorite.
Me Jets.
I also have the Jets.
Yeah.
And I think the Jets will win
outright. I got them with winning too.
Outright. Right. And the number for them, 43.5.
Good game. It's gonna be a good game, but
That's-
I got some under.
Ooh, that's a sweet number. You got under. Two really good defenses.
Yeah. See that in them type of games.
I'm gonna do the under as well. I'm gonna do the under. I was tempted. But two good defenses. I think Aaron Rodgers just has magic at the end that Brock Purdy won't have. So we're in agreement on how many games? Just pick'ems matchup 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I might have got this one wrong. The New England Cincinnati, that's an 8.5 point spread.
Yeah.
Did you pick Cincinnati?
No, I picked New England.
Okay, so I gotta get rid of that. Okay, so I'll do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We agree on 11.
11 games.
So the ones that we got to pay attention to, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 we differ. 5. 11 the same. I'm not counting the over under. I'm not counting.
Yeah, we count now. We just counting picks.
I'm not counting that. We just
going over under just for a record
this year because we didn't we didn't do it last year.
Yeah.
So we threw that under this year. I'm keeping track of the head to head.
Exactly.
5 different. So the ones that the people should be iffy on because we are not in agreement.
Mm-hmm.
Pittsburgh, Atlanta, Houston, Indy, Minnesota Giants, Dallas, Cleveland, Washington, Tampa Bay.
Okay, I want to throw a new wrinkle out there. At these games, give me your 3 favorite guarantees.
3?
3.
3? That's a lot, dude.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
3's a lot. Oh, gosh. I'm going to do it like this. This is your wrinkle. This is my wrinkle. I'm not giving you the 3 games in the NFL. I'm giving you the 3 for the weekend, including college. So I'm throwing Notre Dame in there as my lock to win and cover that 22.5 point spread against Akron. That's one. NFL, I'm not going to take the cheese with Kansas City. I'm not going to disrespect Baltimore. I'm not going to disrespect Philadelphia. Atlanta is my lock. Los Angeles Chargers is my lock. Those are my 3. Rutgers, Atlanta, Chargers.
Okay. I got Miami.
That's my 3. Miami Dolphins.
I got Miami Dolphins.
Okay.
As my lock.
I'm going to circle.
Yep, circle that. Miami Dolphins for my lock. I got
find them.
What other teams that I had out there as winning? Let me see what other teams I had that on top of my brain. There's a lot. I got Miami. I got I'm gonna go with you with your college pick. I'm gonna go with Texas.
Rutgers? Oh, you're gonna go with Texas, okay?
I'm going to Texas pick. I like that Texas pick. So give me Texas for a lock.
That's a good one.
And the third one I would say would be let me see, because I had Arizona was a disagreement. I didn't respect Philly either with that one. Pittsburgh, let me see. I'm trying to think of other teams out there. because I defer with the Atlanta pick. Not my favorite pick, but give me a Saints. That's a lock.
You really want to do it on two crappy teams?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Saints because
We
I
both picked them.
can't think of all the other teams that's playing right now. You know, I got Baltimore, you got Cincinnati, but then I don't know about them covering, so I don't make that a lock pick. You got Buffalo. I'm sorry, no, give me the Jets.
The Jet. Oh, that's a lock.
Yeah, for me.
San Francisco.
Yeah, Jets. Yeah,
you are
a statement game. I'm bold. It's a bold pick. You feel me?
Bold.
It's bold. But hey, man, ain't nobody playing scary money. Ain't no sense playing scary money. If we saying just who they're gonna be, ain't this the perfect test?
Yes, sir.
Exactly. So I ain't gonna be afraid.
Yes,
I just said I thought they was gonna win. So when we back up now, yeah, it's a lock pick for me.
Wow. Okay. Well, your locks are Texas Longhorns, Miami Dolphins, and the New York Jets. My locks are the Rutgers Scarlet Knights, Atlanta Falcons, Los Angeles Chargers. And that's that. Anything else? Anything else you want to add before we go off?
Tune into what's good with Gil and Larry, man. We're gonna see how these picks hold out. We're gonna see how our locks pick were, and we're gonna see how we did when it came to our NFL picks. It's always sketchy week one, man. All we gotta go off is preseason, and you already know how preseason go. We just trying to get around to the 53-man roster, so we don't know what we're looking at. And all we got to go off is that last year. So technically, who knows week one? It's a toss-up. Mm-hmm. Okay? It's a toss-up. So we do good week one.
Nobody knows. There's no trends.
No trends. No data. Okay? So I wish you luck this weekend, my brother, and hopefully you'll be on the winning side of the equation just as well as myself.
I also ditto that and wish you luck. And this will be a new segment to start our show. Not to start, but as part of our shows, we will review last week's picks.
Yes.
Or we do the picks for that particular show, so we know where we're coming from and know where we're going to go.
Indeed.
Sound good?
Yes, indeed.
Awesome. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in to our 1-year anniversary show. You can check us out next Wednesday on the What's Good with Gil and Larry podcast, 9 p.m. Remember, hit like, subscribe, tell a friend, comment, and hopefully we make you guys some money this year. What do you think of that? I hope so. I hope so for me. I'm going to try and keep to my new season resolution, and I'll let you know next week how I did. All right, partner?
You already know.
From my main man, Larry Loper, I'm Gil Irizarry, telling everybody, enjoy the games. We'll catch you next week. Deuces, y'all.
Great show, homie.
I'll see you, bro.
Man.
Good luck to your Cowboys.
Yeah. And your Bears.